Please consult a doctor before you try alternate day fasting or any major dietary changes. I'm not a doctor. The information I'm sharing are my experiences and opinions. Hey everybody, my name is Joe and I'm here to talk to you about my journey with intermittent alternate day fasting. So it's been about a week since I talked to you guys, and there's been a whirlpool of good decisions and bad decisions and successes and failures and all kinds of fun stuff. So the day after the last time that I talked to you guys, I had the opportunity to go out to the casino and just kind of have a party day. Gambling and drinking and just having some fun. It was supposed to be a fasting day for me, but I made the conscious decision in the beginning of this whole journey to, if I have a day that comes up, a special event or something, fasting is something where you can do that and it's not going to just break down your whole process. So I made a conscious decision I was going to go ahead and eat on this day. So I did. And I had like a 12-inch sub from Subway and maybe some McDonald's at some point later in the evening. I didn't eat a ton of food. It wasn't just a day of eating, but it was a day of drinking, and I went way too far with that, and the gambling too. But with the drinking, I went way too far, and so the next day, I woke up and it wasn't just a normal hangover. It was a nightmare hangover. It was like alcohol poisoning. I went way too far. I felt horrible, just absolutely horrible. I don't drink that much. I drink maybe once a month. It's not a ton. I'm not very good at drinking. I don't know when to stop a lot of the time. So anyway, I had fun, but man, it was a bad hangover. But I wanted to make up for the fact that I missed a fasting day, so my intention all along was to fast on the day after this party day. So I tried. I made it until about 6 o'clock. I was feeling just terrible, just absolutely terrible throughout the whole day. In the first part of the day, I didn't even want to eat, but when I started the alcohol was leaving my system and I started to feel a little bit better. I really just was feeling terrible. My stomach was just doing horrible things. I don't know. I kept going with it. I was determined. I was like, I'm not going to eat today. I'm going to get through it. And I thought maybe fasting would make the hangover go away faster. I mean, fasting has a lot of healing properties to it. At about 6 o'clock, I was just like, my body was screaming for food. I just really needed to get something to eat. So I started with a salad. I kind of planned on just doing like the 500 calorie thing, but after the salad, I started feeling a little bit better, and I really just wanted some soup. So made myself some noodle soup. It's Lipton noodle soup mix with some added egg noodles. It just sounded perfect. And I ate it, and it was delicious. It made me feel better, like significantly better. It was a good thing to eat on that day, even though my one cheat day ended up turning into 2 days I intended to fast. I ended up eating, so that was kind of a bummer, and it did bring me down a little bit. But I'm just gonna say it right here: if you have a hangover, at least in my experience, if you have a hangover, eat. Just fast the next day, because fasting does not seem to make hangovers go away better or faster or anything like that. It seems to make them worse. So I hope, not to have to come into this situation too often. And something I absolutely learned from this is have some self-control. Don't drink so much when you do drink. Keep it under control. Because if I had just a normal normal hangover, I probably could have fasted and it would have been fine. But this was really bad. So if you have a bad hangover, people, eat some food. It's going to make you feel better. So after that fiasco, the next day, of course, I decided I was going to fast. So I did. It was a hard day. I had I probably still had some. It was such a bad hangover. I probably still had some residual effects from the hangover, and because I had missed, I was disappointed in myself because I had missed a couple of fasting days. I regretted how much I drank. The whole partying thing ended up being backfiring on me. It was fun while it was happening, but it ended up just not being a good thing for my life. I had a hard day that first day back when I was fasting. I had a lot of doubts going through my head. I had a thing inside your head saying, "Oh, you should just quit the fasting thing, start eating again. You screwed it all up," and just getting these negative thoughts. So that was hard, and they were convincing thoughts. But I fought through it. I got through it, and I'm back on track now. So now that I'm back on track, I don't have any doubts about it. I think that's another thing that I've learned from this is momentum is a big deal with alternate day fasting. So, I had a couple of screw up days there. That kind of brought me down, made doubts come into my head because I kind of broke the chain of successes that I had. So you have to build those chains of successes. So once you get one day of fasting down, that's huge. And then you have your eat day, and then you get another day of fasting down. And all of a sudden, you have something to lose if you decide to quit or to stop doing this. So building that chain, having momentum is super important. I will say I still think it's okay to, if a special event or something comes up, it's okay to miss a day here and there. But it is going to make it harder when you come back. At least it did for me. So I'm going to try really hard just to stay on the plan, keep it going. If a situation comes up, I'll just have to deal with it then. But I did learn from this. You just got to get back on. So anyway, things have been really positive since then. I've done a few fasting days since I kind of had my screw up days there. And like I say, the first one was really tough. But since then, they've been, just normal tough and maybe even getting better. Staying busy obviously is key, and I get to look at the scale every morning, and generally it says something that I really like. The pounds are coming off. I can't wait for it to be even more significant, but things are going the right direction. So I'm back in it, and I didn't really lose much ground either when I had those screw up days. The hardest part about it was just getting rid of the doubts, getting my mental game back, getting the positive attitude, getting the momentum, and staying focused. So anyway, guys, that is the ups and downs of my week 3. I learned a lot. I'm glad I can share it with you. So I hope that some of my mistakes and my errors help you guys along the way. I know that I like watching some fasting videos of other folks just to kind of inspire me, to kind of hear the experiences that they had and learn from it and just get inspired by it. It's just nice to know other people are going through the same thing. And in the end, it's not that bad. It's nice that you can eat. I just had some pizza yesterday. Today's a fasting day, but I just had some pizza last night. Probably ate a couple more pieces than I should have, but I'm still losing weight. Things are good, and tomorrow I can eat good food. Today I'm going to feel great not eating any food. It's a good plan. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the program, and I'm sure I will talk to you guys again soon.